It's not long until we get started here, and we should be in for a tightly contested race. A short moment of time to themselves to focus on the race ahead.
Sitting in 22nd with a long and difficult race lying ahead, sure to be a test of resilience and patience.
But just what will happen here, your guess is as good as mine. The atmosphere is electric here for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
Alright, hello? Do you hear me? Are we all good? There's Dylan. Alright, so, here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go! Blanco and David Dawn are side by side entering one. That's Dawn on the outside. Dawn's gonna clear. So David Dawn out front. Blanco in second. Rob ahead in third. Here's Jacob Woods. He's battling with me for fourth. Come on, NR, get in there. Ooh! Ooh, crash! No! Red flag. Instant red flag into one. Alright, we're watching Shin. She's in the Aston. Oh my goodness. What even happened?
And look at the team there. They all knew what that moment meant.
They all just got stacked up and funneled.
All drivers have taken
Oh
their
my
positions
gosh.
again. Once more, they're ready to race.
That's everybody. That's look, where's half the
It's
field?
lights out,
We lost
and
Shin,
away we
Brendan
go.
Reed, the baby. Oh, Gordon Freeman got the penalty. Left a lot of people out. But here we go again. David Dawn. Oh, Rap ahead. Might get up in the second here if he can hold it around the outside. There is more grip on the outside. Oh, 10-second penalty for Gordon Freeman. Major collision call. Yeah, you can say that again. But luckily, I don't think any active drivers were really lost out there. Maybe Brendan Reed, that's about it. The baby, not the most active guy. And Shin and Freeman are AI. Oh, that's tight. Anyway, Dawn's still out front, followed by teammate Blanco, Hen in third. I'm in fourth. Here's Paul Menard and Jacob Woods going at it for the fifth spot. Can Menard clear? Still side by side, these two. Where is Sam? Sam, you need to get back on Instagram, my friend. You're not here. You gotta get back on Insta. Yeah, back to the cheated up Mercedes, apparently. All these guys know how to do is cheat. So there's a first lap set. The two Guzman Mercedes are 1-2, followed by Rafa Hen, myself, and Jacob Woods has fended off Paul Menard. That's for 6. Kenny Gage in 7th. River is in 8th. Cody Hagan in 9th. And Sherman in the newest Haas is top 10. 11th is We're Gonna Lose, Roundy in 12th. Sammy Duff in 13th. Big Slime 14th. Conor McGregor 15th. And Connor Brown is in 16th. And there's Blanco around the outside of David. They're side by side. Blanco on the right, David on the left. Oh, that's Blanco through. So Blanco gets around. Hi, Connor Brown. Welcome in. Brown, you missed a huge collision there at the start. We lost about a quarter of the field. That's Blanco up front. Now he's in front of David. Rafa Hen right behind. And then there's quite a gap. Back there is NR. And then Woods, Paul Menard. Looks like Woods is getting around NR, and he does. That's Woods around the Aston Martin. NR with DRS though. So is Rafa here. We're going to watch this battle. As you see NR, them in the back at the top of your screen. That is Rafa through. So Rafa using the DRS to get around David. NR looks like he held off Jacob Woods there. NR behind. Woods again looking to the inside. He's going to get it this time. That was pure pace there. Fastest lap just got set there by Daniel Blanco. I think only Guzman can give team wins. I don't think he's going to listen to yours. That's Blanco first, Rafa second, David third, and Woods fourth. So once again, the Ferraris and the Mercedes are at the top. And are behind trying to do something. Look to the inside. Paul Menard's there as well. They can't engage. River, Hagan, Sherman. Sherman getting a little deep there. Duff, Slime, and we're missing a lot of people. Because of that, but we'll keep it still on the front. Rafa Hen, welcome in. Oh no, you talked about that big storm. I'm also having a big storm. But anyways, yeah, we're not going to have a storm here, as you see. 0% chance of rain here at the moment. So, Blanco's going to be up front. I don't think we've had a rain race yet this season. So, it's not going to happen again, not today. You have to hold your breath next week for Canada. Canada's the next race on the schedule. And then after that, I guess now's a good time to talk about it. As you guys know, we have engine suppliers now. So, engine suppliers, they are able to upgrade their engine, but only at certain points in the season. So, imagine like you build up your skill points over a few races, and then you have a chance to roll those upgrades out. Kind of like real F1 upgrades. They don't slowly get better like how I do it. Like when you build skill points, your car slowly gets better. With upgrades, you know, you kind of build it up for a few weeks and then you drop it in. So the first round of 2 engine upgrades that can be done will happen after Canada at the halfway point. And then the last one is right before the final race. But that's Rafa Hen using not even DRS there, just a slipstream. So Rafa Hen is out front and the crowd's going crazy for the fan favorite. Dylan told Rafa to lock in and he did. Oh, but here come both the Mercedes with DRS. Blanco looking to the inside, leading the charge. There he is. Wheel to wheel. Great racing here so far. Paul Menard has gotten around NR 2003. That's Blanco back in front, followed by Hen and David Dawn. I know Woods probably wants to be up there, but he's a lot better than Emilio. You guys remember Emilio from almost a year ago? Yeah, that was something. That was a guy. Beautiful track here, by the way. Listen, I'm not the biggest fan of Vegas, but the track is beautiful. I can at least give it that. I don't like street courses, but they are beautiful. Let's hear the Rafa looking to get around the outside. He had the slipstream. Not quite enough there, not there. Oh, dipped back to the inside. Now he has DRS. Side by side, wheel to wheel for first. Still wheel to wheel. Blanco might eke it out here, not yet. And Blanco's gonna hold it there. Yeah, he's gonna clear. But Blanco defends. David still lurking back there. In third. Here, big run by Rafa here. Here he goes. Can he get through? With Rafa in front. David, not a fan of his teammate. David, your teammate's the current reigning champion. Just want to remind you of that. Here's Blanco looking to make a move, but not quite there. Okay, here we go, down this long straight. Long back straight. Blanco's already looking to the inside. David looking to take a 3 wide there, maybe. He's just getting fresh air. Almost. Not quite clear. Rafa! That was close. I get so claustrophobic on the street courses. The street courses, man, they're scary to drive. Not a fan of them, but man, they're beautiful when they're ran. I do think they ran a bit much, though. But Rafa Hen, can he get Blanco back? They've been back and forth this whole time, and David hanging right in there as well. Big gap to Paul, who is a couple of seconds in front of NR, who is holding back River, Woods, and Cannon Cage at the moment. I've got a little parade behind me. Struggling to get around the Aston Martin. Here's Blanco, here's Rafa Hen, back to the front. Had the DRS. Blanco's going to try to hold it around the outside. Oh, he might. Advantage Blanco this corner. This is the toughest corner in the circuit right here, in my opinion, entering this sphere section. They're just going back and forth, back and at it. But now Blanco's in front. David peeking to the inside of Rafa there. Get him. And looking to the outside there for a little bit. But here they are, side by side for second. Not quite there enough for David, but they're all up there. River has also gotten around NR, or he's trying. NR's back, maybe around. It's tough. There he goes. Most people are on the hard. Oh, Blanco's on the soft, but Hen and Dawn are on the hard tires, so keep that in mind. Same thing for Menard and Duff. We're going to lose, and Big Slime are all not on the hard tire. So that's just interesting to see. Rafa back with the DRS open. And Rafa's in front with the two Guzmans behind. I wish we could see a replay of that crash. That was just, I think they all just got stacked up there, really, just kind of accordioned. And then, of course, don't want to say this. Well, the less active drivers, we'll say, are in the back, and their reaction time, skill point levels are not as high as the drivers in front. And I think that's kind of why we saw that crash happen into the first really set of corners. So I think that was a big reason for it as Blanco takes a peek to the outside, gets some fresh air. He should have DRS this time. There he goes. Rafa covers the top. Blanco back to the inside on the bottom. Dylan, what do you want Rafa to do? He's in the top 3. That's the grip with the soft tires there, giving Blanco that advantage. Don't think he's going to be close enough this time by. No, he's going to make a move. So Rafa back in front. If it's only you guys here, Connor Brown said hi and then left. And Sam didn't know I was doing F1. Yeah, if it's only the Ferraris and the Mercedes and their drivers here, I'm just going to keep it on these 4, including Woods, for now. But Rafa's still leading the front. David, you'll have your turn when Blanco pits. He's on the soft. I can't imagine he stays out for more than 5 laps more, I'd say. Rafa, you are doing a good job holding him off. Fighting him. You need Woods up here, which is currently not happening. Yeah, I'm kind of holding. I am the one holding people up right now, honestly. So that's not a good thing. Let's go on board with Rafa for a lap when we get back around. There's Blanco looking to the inside. Has a DRS open. He should get through here. He is on the softer tire, but how worn down is that tire as they're side by side? All right, let's go on board. Oh, that's David Dawn. Dawn is through. Dawn's in second. David looking for an opening there. Not a lot. These street courses are pretty, but they're hard to pass at. Cheated up Ferrari, David says. I imagine Blanco's going to pit this time. Oh, here's David. Here he comes. There he is on the left side, using the DRS. David goes through. That's David now in the lead. Rafa with the slipstream though. Should see Blanco pit. Oh, he's so far back. Menard's gonna pit, but not Blanco. Ooh, I don't know about that, Guzman. So that's Rafa through again. These two are on the same strategy. Man v man, car v car. Probably the 2 championship favorites, I'd say. Blanco's been good, but it's only been 2 races so far, but David's been a bit better. And he looks to the inside. Oh, he went through. Good move there by David, he gets around. Oh, here's Jacob Woods. Woods, you are not slow. You are just stuck, you're kinda in a parade at the moment behind myself and River. My car sounds so different. Hang on, I have to talk about this. I didn't realize this. So you know how we have different engine? We have we have 3 different engines. They sound different. Each engine sounds different. Look at this. Okay, so I'm not gonna leak who's using what engine, but you guys know the 3 engine makers. There's of course Guzman's one of them. So if we go on board here, listen to that. There's that one. Tyler's another. Look at that, it sounds different. And then myself is the 3rd. And then there's also the AI engine. But there's Blanco coming in. We'll watch it. I thought that was really cool. I didn't realize that yet, no. I really only look at the onboards when I'm doing this. Most of the time oh, here we go. Oh, soft to soft. Interesting strat there. But usually whenever I play F1, I always use the second camera angle. That's one I use. Anyways. Back up here, Rafa and David still going at it. Sorry, I thought that was super cool. The engines make different sounds. Maybe I could let the people pick what sound they like for the engine makers, and then they can go off on that. I didn't know that. That's so cool. I've got to look at that. I don't know which one's my favorite. Hang on, I'm going to listen to it again. I'm really interested now. I think Tyler's is like the deepest sounding. The default sounds kind of default. The Mercedes sounds kind of high pitched. And then the Aston Martin sounds the most high pitched. It's actually what I like. I actually prefer the high pitched engines because it kind of sounds like the 2000 F1 cars where they go like where it's really loud. There's Woods coming in the pit. But yeah, I think I like this one the most, so I'm happy that's mine. This one's probably the second favorite of mine because it also gets that high pitched kind of sound. This one's kind of a little bit deeper, and then Tyler's is the deepest. Still a good sounding engine, but when I think of an F1 car, I kind of want I like it higher pitched. When I think of like the deeper sound, that's more, I equate that more to like NASCAR, those sort of like the big heavier engines. Anyways, enough about that. These top 2 are still the same. They've been going back and forth this whole time. Oh, oh my God! I thought that was 8 Fahrenheit. No, that is 8 centigrade. Never mind. So these 2 still up here, and ours in 3rd, but I haven't pit. Same for River. Blanco has pit, so he's back on the softs again. So Blanco's on a totally different strategy than these 2. So we'll see if these 2 got the right strat or if Blanco does. It's curious to see as well. These guys are getting DRS off of each other, but are they holding each other up enough, battling, to where it kind of offsets it? Because Blanco doesn't have any DRS at all. He's all alone. So, a lot of different things going at it here, so we'll see. Yeah, Jacob, you finally got out of the parade, and then you immediately pit. You probably should have pit earlier. And look, you're behind another parade, Jacob. Oh, here comes David. David's going to pit. All right, this is big. We're going to watch this. All right, Guzman, don't mess it up. Interesting call there by Guzman. Red flag. Oh no, Paul. Jacob, not again. This can't happen again. Oh, Paul. That's 2 red flags in a row. Oh my goodness.
After a pause in this race,
Oh my god.
we are all
Oh my god, it started raining.
and ready once
We had so
more.
many red flags. It postponed the race enough that rain has showed up.
And away we go.
Oh, we're on intermediates now. This race had totally changed. It's raining. The rain is out. It's raining in Vegas. It is raining in Vegas. No penalty. Wow, the just of the racing incident. The 2 red flags. There was not rain forecasted for this race, but the 2 red flags took so much time that I guess a storm has moved in. So we are racing in the wet. I don't know how long it'll last. It's Vegas, so probably not that long. But right now, it's wet enough they got the inters on. That's Hen out front, Dawn in second, NR's in third, River in fourth, Blanco in fifth, Brown in sixth, Woods in seventh. Woods still going, so that's good, but he's got some damage. Yeah, he's kind of missing the back wing. Sherman in 8th, Hagen in 9th, and McGregor in 10th. Remember, a change. Back in Series 2, only the top 8 got points. Now the top 10 all get points. Oh, that's going to be... Is DRS going to be disactive? That's going to be a big change. Rain in Vegas is crazy. It's coming down decent. This is certainly not a light rain. The track is holding water. We'll see when they come by next time around if they enable DRS. I think the rain's heavy enough they might not enable DRS. As here's Paul making a move. This track's even more beautiful in the rain. Using a new low down. Jacob, you're not missing a rear wing. It's weight reduction. It's weight reduction. Hey, you're still alive, but dude, hey, you're still running 7th, which is certainly not bad. And the rain probably helps out a bit as well. Yeah, David forgot to turn the rain off. I can't believe it's raining in Vegas. Rain wasn't even forecasted, but we had 2 red flags. So much time must have passed. We went past the forecasted weather and it's raining. This is so cool. Anyway, David's right on the bumper. NR is in 3rd. Blanco has gotten around River there, so Blanco's now in 4th. Jacob, I think your goal is to stay in the top 10 and walk out of here with some points. It's probably your main goal, considering the damage. Of course, Paul Menard is out, so we've lost another. We've lost over a quarter of the field now. Had to promo to the Instagram chat there, get some more people in. Why does it say track temp 0? Probably because it's being cooled off by rain. It shouldn't be 0. Yeah, I think it's broken when the rain happens. Anyway, passing would be a lot more dangerous here. Here goes David. Look, had a peek on Rafa, but not quite there yet. NR's got a gap. Oh no, that's leader. Oops. Blanco's gonna try to get around NR, which is me. He definitely has the better car. Should be easy enough for him. Reigning world champion and all. But maybe the rain makes it difficult. Let's watch. Nope, easily around. Connor Brown and River are going at it. That Williams blue is beautiful in the rain. That is a good looking car. But he's through. Connor Brown, if you're still here. I don't think so, but if you're still here, you're in the top 5. Anyway, David's still following right in Rafa Hen's water spray trail. Yeah, there's no DRS, so passing's going to be a lot more harder now. Oh, David, you're going for it. You're looking around. Looks like the rain is really lightened up a lot. Maybe it was just like a sudden spray. Oh, look, they even have water spray in this game. That's so cool. Look at that. I love this game even more and more with each race. I learn new things. The water spray, the different engine sounds. That's so cool. Yeah, Rafa, you're like Senna in the rain. Alright. You know, I keep hitting the it's like to change drivers in NR 2003, it's like you use a keyboard or like there's certain keybinds that you hit. Actually, it's a combination of keys that you hit, but you hit a combination of keys. And I've done that twice already, wanting to like scroll through the field, but like no, I have to physically click each person I want to go to. But here's David looking to the inside of Rafa. River, you've missed an action-packed race so far. Alright, so River, when this race started, we were forecast to have no rain. It was supposed to be dry throughout the whole thing. We had one red flag, literally in the first lap. Took out, like, all of these guys from Shinhadi down. Then we had, like, 10 laps of racing. Then we had another red flag, because Paul Menard turned right into Jacob, or something. They had an incident. They crashed. Paul Menard's out. And the 2 red flags took so long, we went past the forecasted race distance, and now it's raining in Vegas. Looks like the rain is lightening up now. It was coming down, like, it was decent rain earlier, but it looks to be lightening up now. So we'll see how long they stay these inters on. This really shakes up everything. But River, you're actually in 5th right now. You've gotten around Brown, which is really good. Jacob Woods has damage from the second collision. So honestly, River, you're high. You could get 4th even. Back up here, watching the lead. Rafa's still in front. David's still right there in the tire track. And Blanco is making his way back up here. So these top 3 are still up here again. A couple seconds back is NR. A couple seconds back from him is River, who has a nice crowd following him. We've got Connor Brown, Sherman, Woods with his weight reduction back wing. Conor McGregor is in 9th position right now. I just want you guys to know that Conor McGregor is currently racing faster than Cody Hagan, who was your Las Vegas NASCAR winner just less than an hour ago. Kenny Gage in 11th, Sammy Duff in 12th. We're going to lose in 13th. Big Slime in 14th. And William Roundy is in 15th. Back here to the front, David Dawn is side by side with Rafa Hen. I love seeing the crowd stay here through the rain. I love the commitment. But David Dawn is through and around, and he is in the lead. David, get better. Get good, David. I don't know what else he wants you to do. You're in 1st. But David, get good. Rafa looking back around to the outside. This track is beautiful in the rain. I mean, this is already a beautiful track. I'm just looking around. Maybe it's just the shock of going from NR 2003 to this game. But man, it's beautiful. And it doesn't crash on me. Looking at you, NR 2003. David says he's the best driver in the league. Somebody quote that. Keep that as a receipt, because we don't know if that's true. I mean, definitely, you know. The thing about this is, how much is driver, how much is car? But right now, David has been, the first 2 races, he's been beating Blanco. That's the biggest comparison in F1, is how do you do versus your teammate? And he's been better the first 2 races so far. But here we go. Blanco's back up here. 3 of us are all back up here again together. They pull farther away from NR, is now 3.5 seconds back. River continues to be about 2 seconds back, slowly catching NR a little bit. And he's got that whole crowd of cars behind. Rafa, you're being told to go faster. You should do that. And he does. Rafa went faster, and he almost got around David. But David's back around the outside. Ooh, it's going to be close. I think David's going to have it here. Next corner favors him. And it does, and he's back around. So David Dawn back to the front. Okay, let's go on board with Blanco here for a little bit. See the rain. Wow, this is beautiful. This is gorgeous. Oh, he's struggling in the rain. You see how that car moves? David is really rude to Blanco. And let's go for the Rafa now. All the neon lights glowing off of the rain is gorgeous. This is gorgeous, man. Someone take a screenshot and post it. I'm taking a screenshot and posting it. This is awesome. Rafa trying to get through. Where's the part where they go down the strip? I think that's a few turns behind us. I need to get a shot of that. I know you guys are racing and all, but I'm trying to get a cool shot. Maybe in the sphere would be cool. Oh, the sphere section's gonna be awesome. Oh, listen to that. The struggle on exit is real. That is gorgeous. That is beautiful. I think the strip's coming up here. Maybe from Rafa looking back. No, certainly not. David, get away from the wall. We're messing up the shot. That was beautiful. Alright, enough photos. Back to the racing. As David looks at Rafa's inside. Is he close enough? He's at the half. He's wheel to wheel. David. I guess he doesn't like Blanco. But that's David Tollin to the front. On a side note, I haven't eaten anything all day. I was trying to fast all day, but I think I'm gonna eat. Don't know if we're still doing the F1 League after this. David, if you get back from work in time, you could join us. But that's David Dawn in front. Oh, here comes, I almost said Ricardo. Here comes Blanco. And Blanco does get past. So Guzman is back running 1-2. This rain has started to come back now a little bit. The track dried up and then went back to rain. I wonder if it keeps getting worse like this, but we have to go to full wets. Maybe Rafa used up his stuff. No, they're all actually David's used up the most tires so far. Probably battling with Rafa. NR is saving the best tire, of course, because I'm the best driver. And it's definitely not because I've had nobody to battle with this entire run. But here are the two Mercedes going at it. Blanco looking to the bottom. Not quite there. David continued to be in the lead. There it is. Driver standings as they run. This would break the tie. 'Cause I'm pretty sure they entered here tied, which is cool. But here they are side by side again. Yeah, I might have to eat something if we do F1 tonight, if we race the F1 league. Not this league, but the actual league. But Blanco back in front of David. And Rafa is still right there as well. It's 1-on-1-on-1. Vroom vroom. David's still in front. Blanco's over right in his tire traction, and Rafa is lurking behind. So as they run, this rain is coming down a little bit more now. This is about the level we were at when we started the race. We're halfway through the race now. Once we cross the line, that'll be halfway. Side by side here, but David's gonna hold on to the lead. Blanco now looking to the inside. Is he gonna make a move? Don't know if he's fast enough. I don't think he is. It'd be dangerous to lunge it as well. No reason to. We're only halfway through. Oh, here's Rafa making a move around the outside. But not enough grip in the wet conditions. Oh, here we go. It's David defending. I think Blanco might be there on the bottom if you send it in, but this is such a tight corner. You don't want to do that. Oh, that's close. They almost touch. Tyler's here. Welcome in, Tyler. Tyler, welcome to the Vegas doubleheader. We just had NASCAR, and we're going through F1. NASCAR was a fun race. You should check that out. Actually, no, Tyler, don't check out the NASCAR race. It didn't go too well for you. But in this race has been action-packed. On lap 1, we had a red flag. We had a pile-up of like half the field into like the first set of turns right here. So that was tough. And then after that, we had about 10 laps of good green flag racing. And then Menard and Woods got into a collision that brought out another red flag. And at the start of this race, Tyler, we were forecast to be totally dry, no rain. The red flags took so much time that we went past the forecasted weather, and we've gone into rain, and it's been rain since we restarted from the second red flag. So we'll see how long this rain lasts, how heavy it is. If it gets worse, it seems to be lightening up a little bit again. So I don't think we're going to get worse than inters. Oh. Backmarker is here as well. Good. I don't have to repeat myself again. But yeah, welcome to Backmarker. Browns are doing really well today. Cannon Gage are doing good as well until before the safety car. Or not the safety car, the red flag. We had 2 red flags. But no, you've been doing well. You're in the points. Top 10 get points, but here we go. David Dawn and Blanco. That's Blanco on the inside. Still side by side there. There we go. But David, once again, holds on to the lead. Really encouraging words there by Backmarker. Slow and steady does not win the race. Hurry up. We'll see if he can get by River up here. He's following River. These top 3 have been going at it. Here we can watch Stevenson. No, you didn't wreck, but Tyler, you were in like the top. You were in like the top two. Honestly, you were pretty much first for most of the race. You didn't run away with it or nothing. Jacob was in your tire tracks the whole time. But Tyler, you know, enter 2003. We had one of those fuel situations where everybody pit with like 3 to go, and except for like 3 cars. And one of those 3 cars was a teammate of yours. It was Cody Hagan. So Hagan got his first ever win. But Connor Brown's doing well, and Tyler, your cars are also doing well. Paul Menard was also up here in the top 5 before he and Woods had a collision. But Rivers doing well. He's in the top 5. Back marker. Both your cars are in the points now as Gage. I think he's already been in 10th, but your car's in the points. Tyler, your only running car is in the points. So good work for both of y'all. Yeah, definitely a broad moment. Tyler, I think you still got top 10. Cody is not better than Tyler. Let's go ahead and stop the cap there, Jacob. Jacob, I'm super impressed with your running right now. I know you just lost a spot to Sherman, but you have a weight reduction back wing. You're missing a whole chunk of that the back part of your car, and you're still running like semi-competitively. You're still in the points. Anyway, these top 3 are still going at it, but so is Connor Brown. Rivers up here as well. Here, let's go on board with River for a lap, since you guys are here. Driver and team member. Tyler, we have the F1 League tonight, probably. Tyler, if that doesn't run the Sonic F1 League, if that doesn't run, then yeah, I'm down for some games tonight. I've been thinking about playing Among Us recently. I think that would be fun if we can get enough people. I need to grind that game anyway. Oh, and Tyler, I hope you're still here. I wanted to talk to you because Tyler, you are one of the 3 engine manufacturers. Because remember, we added engines. So how engines work is, so in NR, in both F1 and NASCAR, as you get skill points, your guy gets better the next week. So you guys show up here, those skill points get added for the next race. Engines are not going to work that way. Engines are going to work like real F1 upgrades. You spend a few weeks making them, and then they get added. So throughout the course of the season, there's going to be 2 different engine upgrade kind of areas or chances. So you can add your engine upgrade points during those 2 like time slots. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? It might make sense. I hope it makes sense. But anyway, after race 4, which is the halfway point, so after Canada, you'll have the first of 2 engine upgrades, so you can choose your upgrades and stuff and what you want to focus your points on. And then the second one will be in between the second to last race and the last race, so right before the final race at Miami will be the second time you can upgrade your engine. So I think that's cool. I think that works a lot more like how like actual, it adds like, because with F1 upgrades, you don't just suddenly get better the next week. You got to kind of build up to it a little bit. So that's how that works. So in between Canada and I want to say the Netherlands. So in between Canada and the Netherlands, I believe, which is our halfway point of the season, be ready to add some upgrades. So start trying to focus and pay attention to maybe what you would want to upgrade on the engines. But check back in with the lead. Once again, it's Rafa Hen and David Dawn. They've been switching the lead this whole time back and forth. Blanco's been lurking back there as well. These 3 are pulling away from NR. Now the gap of 5 seconds. Connor Brown and River have been going back and forth. Let's keep an eye on these guys. Get in there, Brown. And Gage is less than a second behind Hagan. Hagan, your earlier NASCAR Las Vegas winner. Now listen, I haven't decided what prize I want, but 3 times in the schedule, so 3 times in the schedule, F1 and NASCAR will race in the same city. And 1 time on the schedule, we race on the same track back to back. We have COTA, which is when we run F1's opening race and NASCAR's second race is both at COTA. We have here in Vegas, which is F1 race 3 and NASCAR race 6. And then we also have Miami, NASCAR's race 16 final race and F1's last race, race 8. If somebody as a driver wins both of those, like if they sweep the weekend, I'm going to give a prize to them. I don't know what it would be. Maybe I'll let them choose. But I feel like that would be cool. So Cody has a chance if he can win here. But Seth, I don't see Seth in the stream. That's probably a problem. I don't see Cody in the stream either. So they're not doing the best here on the whole not Aston Martin, the whole McLaren team building thing here. See, that's why they're behind the back marker cars. Even Sherman's having a great day here. He's up to 7th. Don't know where the speed's coming from. He's been battling with Woods, who is running on a damaged car. These top 3 are still going at it. It's been really fun to watch these 3. It's going to be really fun to watch these 3 all season long. Because I think, at least so far. Now listen, when the engine upgrades come out, you know, we'll see who does what. And I'm not going to spoil who's on what engine, that's classified information. But I can tell you the 3 engine manufacturers, which are Guzman, Tyler, and myself. So those are the 3 options. So we'll see where those points go to. Maybe that'll shake some things up as we start the second half of the season. But at least for this first half of the season, and I honestly predict for most of, almost all of season 3, I'd be confident to say, it's going to be a battle between these guys, and Woods when he's not involved in a crash. I think once Woods, you're still here. You're building up skill points. It's going to take, maybe 3 or 4 more races, but you'll get to a high enough level where you're rising way above these guys, and you'll be right up here with Rafa and David and Blanco. But as we run, it's still these 3. It's still these 3. David, how did I lose the lead? You got past. Rafa took his car, and he went around yours. What is Cordial Canelot? Who is Amari Cordial? I do not get that reference. Anyway, the rain's really starting to lighten up here. How did I lose the lead? Rafa. Yeah, you lost it to Rafa. There it is. Don't worry, Dylan. Rafa's getting it back. Or he's trying to. He's doing better tire saving than these 2, that's for sure. NR's doing the best tire saving. I just want to point that out. That's because I'm easily the best driver on the grid, and it's definitely not because I haven't battled anybody this entire run. Can these tires last the rest of the race? We've got 18 laps to go. I don't know how long inters go. Maybe the inters could go the whole race. Or we might go to dries here. I don't think I see any rain. Let's go on board. There's no rain falling. And look at that, you can see the wear on the inters starting to form up a little bit. But there's no rain in the sky. The track could be drying out. This might. And now, when that happens, what are we going to do for tires? Because at Vegas, the hard tire is, like, if you want to be meta about it, the hard tire is the best compound. But we'd have only, like, when the track eventually dries up, we will have maybe, like, 10 laps to go. In that case, do you go with a medium or even a soft? Decisions. I think it's going to be whoever picks the right call of these 3 are going to be who wins. I just think that's how it's got to be. That's how it is. That's how it's going to be. As Rafa goes back around David. Yeah, I mean, look at that. The track's already drying up, especially with Vegas. It's so dry out here. There's no rain. I mean, you gotta switch, right? There's no way you would stay on the inters. I feel like you would lose too much time if you didn't switch. Definitely not yet. You can definitely run the inters. If it stays dry like this, you can run the inters for another few laps. But we'll see how it is. .33 of 50. Woods, you're still running really well in 8th, which is certainly not bad. You have a big gap to Gannon Gage. Nathan, if you're still here, I don't think he is. He's gone. But if you are, Gannon Gage has gotten around Cody Hagan. Oh, never mind. Here comes Hagan. Coming back. Oh, championship battle is going to be great this season. Honestly, for all 3 seasons of F1, or series, at least series 1 and 2, we had great championship battles. Of course, in series 1, we had Connor Brown versus DaBaby. That was a fun one to watch. Those are 2 drivers who don't get a lot of limelight over on the NASCAR side, so it was really cool to see them have a chance to break out. That was a fun one to watch. Went all the way down to the last race. Actually, DaBaby came from behind, I think, and got the win. Got the championship win. In Series 2, the first half of the season was really fun to watch because it was really a toss-up. It was our first season on F1 Manager. And the toss-up was just really cool to see and experience because you were like David won a race, Seth won a race, Blanca won a race, and Rafa won a race. And there was a lot of people up front as well. Like DaBaby, I think was on podium at one point, even the first half of season 2, Series 2. So that was really cool. And then as we got to the second half, it kind of emerged who was the most active, who was putting in the most work. And it was really between Blanco and Rafa. So that was really cool to watch. Of course, Blanco gets it done at Miami. I think he had the advantage going in anyway. That was fun. And Seth was still kind of mathematically in there as well, so that was really fun to watch. But this time, it looks like it's not just going to be Blanco and Rafa. It looks like David's also going to be up here. And Woods could definitely be a dark horse candidate. Of course, he got really unlucky today with the incident with Paul. But it's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be really fun to watch. Rafa swap positions. I don't... Dylan, I don't think that's how that's going to work. I think you want Rafa up front anyway. Anyways, yeah, this track is dry. I mean, it might be damp still, but there's no rain. Looks like here, let's go on board. Yeah, there's no clouds in the sky. The rain has gone and the rain has passed. So here we go. When we come around to the start-finish line, we're going to have 15 laps remaining. Multi-21. Oh, that's such a... oh, that's such a reference, Dylan. I'm glad you said that. When you pick up an insane reference. That was an insane reference.
And there's been quite a crash.
Oh, Sherman. He was running
Now
so
with the
well. He was in the
pass.
top 10. He's battling Woods.
And oh, there's contact with the barrier. And that won't do the car any good at all.
He scuffed the barrier.
And for the crew watching on in the garage, really
I
must
love
have
the
been a hard
reactions.
one to
All our
take.
drivers scuffed the wall. Let's freak out. So that's going to bring a short yellow flag, but otherwise, racing as normal. Sherman scuffed the wall. That was not... Oh, this track is dry. This track is dry. Take a look at this track. Look at that. That track is dry. They say it's damp. I mean, I guess it is still a little bit damp. You can tell by the coloration. But man, listen, man, if someone's feeling risky, Yeah, you can still see how it's damp there. Maybe run the inters for another lap or two at most. Oh yeah, look at that. The wear is going down big time. Except for me, I'm really cool. Yeah, there's a little bit of water spray. I don't think we'll see dries for another 2 or 3 laps. David wants to undercut it pit immediately. David, it's okay. You're only a second back. There's no. If they switch DRS on, then yeah, come on, definitely dive down a pit. You're okay, David. It's fine. The track is still damp. Maybe just that one area. This side of the track, you can definitely still see that water coloration on the track surface. Slicks in 2 laps. You don't want to do it too early, because obviously if you crash a car, yeah, you can still see. Definitely don't pit this time. I think pitting this time would be a mistake. Take it lap by lap. Yeah, this part of the track looks dry. Yeah, no water spray or nothing. There is still a little bit of a shine, never mind. Definitely, if you pit now, I think it's too early. David wants to sweep the U.S. races. You got one. There you go, they're going to stay out, which I think is a smart move, at least for this lap. 15 laps to go this time by. We'll see how much the track dries off here. And as it gets drier, it's going to put more wear onto these inters. Track is still classified as damp, so we'll watch. Woods and Sherman are still battling. Hopefully Sherman doesn't scuff the wall again. That could be detrimental to his race. Connor Brown has lost sight of River. River pulled away. River's actually catching me. That's not good. I need River to stop doing that. I kind of want this 4th place. David wants to pit immediately. The track is still damp. I still think it'd be too early. Oh, here's Blanco. If Blanco, oh yeah, David, if Blanco double stacks you, that would not be good. What could happen? Now that you've thought about it, it might. You've spoken it into reality. We'll take a look here. I think track might be dry enough. If you really want to be aggressive and overcut it, you can pit now. But that's being aggressive, I would think. They're going to stay out here, which is the safe call, but I don't know if it's the right call. There's no way they're going to do the rest of the race on these. Well, I mean, theoretically, the inters could make it if you want to stay out. Yeah. If I was racing, either this lap or next lap, I would come in. As Blanco's looking to get around Rafa. Definitely this lap or next lap is the time to come in. River wants to pit. David wants to pit. We'll see if they do. Jacob wants to box. Oh yeah, do you go into the softs or mediums? I think it's short enough. If you can manage your tires decently well and keep them cool, definitely go with the softs. I think softs are probably the better option. Mediums would also be okay if you pit now. But we'll see what they do. We'll keep an eye on Blanco. He's the leader. I think the race could be decided by who pits first here. You'd have to pit this time, I would say. All right, here we go, going past the pit lane. Or coming up on the pit lane, sorry. After the set of corners. Rafa's up front, so we'll see what he does first. Here they come. I think Rafa's coming down. I think they're all coming down. Uh-oh. Is that... Oh, David's going to get held up by the pit. Here we go. All right, don't mess up the stop. NR's coming in too. Oh, Rafa, slow stop. Slow stop by Rafa. That was a slow stop by Rafa. That's going to give Blanco the lead. And because of Rafa's slow stop, David really didn't lose that much time. He did get stacked up. NR's coming out. Here's River. Everybody's in the pits. Those Williams colors are really good looking. And he's out. But we'll keep an eye on the leaders here. If Blanco goes missing out of the race, you know why. Alright. Oh, they went with mediums. Rafa went with the softs. And David went with the softs. Yes, he did. So David and Rafa are on a soft. Blanco's on the
like
medium.
A pit stop issue.
So the McLaren crew are ready to jump in. But there's a problem jacking up the car.
Oh, that sucks for Cody Hagan. He was going to get points too. I think Cody, he used up all of his luck on the NASCAR race getting that fuel mileage win. It's alright, Dylan. Rafa still has a chance, maybe. Hey, we still have 12 laps. It's a lot of time. And I'd imagine DRS should be turned on before the end of this race. We still have a long way to go. We still have a fifth of a race to go. Even more than that. It's not over. Sorry, Dylan. I'll leave you alone. Even though you're in first. David, have you considered the fact that Rafa's Brazilian? This is kind of his whole thing. Yeah, sorry, Jacob. You're right. I just wanted to check in every now and then, Jacob. Anyway, Blanco's back through. David's really dropping off. It's not good. David, speed up. You'll still get podium, which is fine. Podium is still good. Rafa and David are making these softs not wear out that fast. Or that much. David, Guzman qualified 1-2. There goes Rafa. Oh, DRS is active. So DRS is back on. Rafa Hen is out front once again. Can he hold off Blanco? Seth said his team had bias. Uh-oh. And Rafa Hen with the fastest lap. That's a point. Oh, never mind. David Dawn with the fastest lap. That's a point. The track is drying off and the speeds are going up. This has been, so far, the best race this season, no matter how it ends. The big crashes at the start were insane. The 2 red flags, and then the rain, and then the rain stopped. This has been a great race. I really enjoyed this. Both races, but I definitely have a bias toward the F1 race, at least today. Oh, David is unhappy. Rumors have it that David might leave to join Big Slime in the Sauber team. This could be big if it's true. David, focus on driving the car. Stop complaining on the radio. Yes, Lewis, we know the car is bad. Just focus on driving, please. I love Lewis. The thing I'm worrying about the most is Rafa needs to get around Blanco because of the tire difference. Rafa's on the soft, Blanco's on the hards. I don't know how it's going to play out, but with 10 laps to go, what Rafa doesn't want to happen is he doesn't want his tires to wear down in the dirty air behind Blanco. Because when that happens, his tires are going to fall off faster. His tires might be faster now, but Rafa's tires are going to fall off faster. And especially the more that he's behind in the dirty air, Rafa needs to be more aggressive now than he would be. Oh, safety car. What? For what? Oh no. Slime.
We've got a yellow flag here. Now this was the Sauber. Oh, and the car with a nasty crash into the barrier.
Slime, what are you
That won't
doing?
do their confidence any good.
They're distraught. No. The safety car's been brought out. Slime is still on track. He's broken the front wing. Let's get an instant replay of that. There it was, the instant replay. They're even more distraught, man. I feel so bad for them. They worked so hard on that car. Is he just gonna sit there? Slime, you can still, all the wheels are still on it. The wheels are still on the car, Slime. You can drive it. Oh, Duff's gonna take it. Who's gonna take a stop? We'll fast forward through the safety car a little bit. This could be a Woods career win, maybe. Jacob, I love you, but I doubt it. But it could be. Two Saubers down. I'd say the moderate success. Both Saubers are out. Hey, one of them is Gordon Freeman. We love that guy. All right, here they go. Do they pit? No, they're going to stay out. Rob's going to stay out. David's going to stay out. Oh, what's NR do? Actually, we can just, go boom. I'll wait till the safety car. I don't think, yeah, nobody else is pitting. I love this game, by the way. It's so nice. It's very user-friendly. And it's also beautiful to look at. I love the attention to detail. Like all the little buildings, the sphere, the hotels. Alright, here we go. Safety car is ending. Blanco is your control car. Nobody else is pit. Here we go. David, don't watch. You can listen though. I don't want you to crash. There we go. Safety car is in. Blanco can go whenever he chooses to. And there he goes. I think he went. Yes, he did. Good start there by Blanco. The control car always has an advantage here in these F1 restarts. Rafa's got to attack fast. This is good for Rafa though, because his soft tires will have a better chance, and he looks to the inside. This could be for the win, maybe. There he goes. Rafa Hen is around and through. Rafa's best chance now. He needs to pull a qualifying lap, and he needs to get... Oh, never mind. Not going to happen. Here's Blanco already looking to the inside. Tires at 70% for Rafa. Oh, the Mercedes are side by side. What Rafa needs to do, he needs to get out of DRS range in this lap. This is his best chance. They're side by side. He's on softs. Never mind. David is through. David's gotten around Blanco. If we stayed green, I think those mediums would have got Blanco the win, but with the safety car, that's given it to either Hen or David. Rafa Hen is in first. David 3/10 behind. Blanco's 5/10 behind. It's going to be between one of these three, I believe. Blanco is on the mediums, but David and Rafa are still on the soft. If Blanco can stay pace and hold in DRS range, maybe those mediums will start to come alive and those soft will start to wear out. But as of now, it's going to be between the top two. The order remains the same. Still Rafa, still David, still Blanco. NR in fourth, Connor Brown in fifth, River in sixth, Jacob Woods is in seventh, Sherman eighth, Hagen ninth, and Gage, the last car in the points, is in 10th. David still following Rafa, 2/10 behind. About 4 car lengths behind Rafa. As they come up on the start-finish line here to take lap 46 out of 50. Rafa just at the fastest lap of the race there. And that's evident. Blanco is out of DRS range now that it's been enabled. This could be big. Even though Blanco's mediums might come alive in a few laps, he might be too far out. We'll take a look here as we go down the first DRS straight. David has it. He looked to the inside. Rafa blocks. He's now looking to the outside. He's front wheel to rear wheel. Rafa has the advantage in this corner. He has the inside. David trying to hang on the outside, and he does. Into the next corner, into the sphere. David has gone around Rafa. He's in front. It's now David in front, Rafa's behind. That battling has brought Blanco back up into DRS range. David is now in front as they exit the sphere section and go on to the long winding back straight. Rafa with a good run there. Look to the inside, but David closed it off. Rafa peeking around, getting that fresh air, cooling off the tires. All right. They're now entering the long back stretch down the Las Vegas Strip. David's in first. Rafa's 7/10 behind. Blanco is 7/10 behind Rafa, so they're all within DRS range. So is NR. NR's up here in fourth. And then Connor Brown is over second behind, so that's where it cuts off. So it's going to be one of these 4. David's still in first, though. He had too big of a gap of Rafa to really capitalize there. These top 3 are nose to tail. Here we are coming down the last straight, the pit lane straight. David's still in front, half a second in front of Rafa. Rafa's half a second in front of Blanco. Across the start-finish line now. Fastest lap just got set by Blanco that time by lap 47 to 50. Don't count out Woods. Woods, I'm counting you out. It's a win for you. You're in the points with a damaged vehicle against non-damaged vehicles. The top 3 still remain the same. They've outpaced NR. NR is now out. It's going to be one of these top 3 for the win. I just can't keep up. Bad car. They still run nose to tail, going through the sphere section now. Everything remains the same. Blanco is hanging in there. I know he's third right now, but Rafa peeking to the side, but not quite there. These softs are wearing down. These softs are at 55%. They're being burned through. Jacob Woods, I wouldn't imagine. Your DRS is probably broken, considering you're missing half the back wing. All right, going down the long back straight. Rafa with DRS. He's going to look to the inside of David. I think he's going to be there. Blanco looking. Oh, he tried to take it 3 wide. Not quite there. But Rafa is through. David's going to fall back to second. He'll hold on to second. Blanco is going to be in third. Oh, NR is kind of there. Go NR, go me. But Rafa Hen leads it. David right behind, and so is Blanco. Oh, Blanco side by side with David now. 3 laps to go. David and Blanco are battling. David's going around. Through goes David. Or sorry, through goes Blanco around David, I mean. Here's Blanco making a move on Rafa. He has the DRS. David has the DRS. Almost looked to the inside. Didn't happen. Rafa and Blanco side by side here for the lead. Oh, those mediums have come alive earlier than I thought. That's going to put Blanco in the lead. He takes the lead around the stadium section. Rafa in second. David in third. These cars still nose to tail. Daniel, it's James. It's not going to work. You can't hold the Series 2 champion down. Rafa looking to make a move. Rafa and David are still there. They'll get DRS down the straight. Those mediums have come alive though. I was worried they'd burn through the softs too fast, and they did. Yeah, big gap there. I mean, DRS certainly helping. There's Hen at the rear. David's at risk of going over a second behind. He needs these two to battle. David's going to come around and take 2 laps to go. I think putting the mediums on might have won this race. Oh, Rafa's struggling to keep up. He's got DRS open though. Can Rafa get there? He's at the back. Not quite close enough to make a move yet though. Rafa's keeping pace. Into the stadium section now. David has fallen out of DRS range. It's probably a 2-car battle at this point. That crowd's going crazy. I'd be going crazy too. I'm on my feet right now. Rafa gets a good run in this area of the track, but there's never anywhere for him to go. I think now could be Rafa's time if he wants to make the move. Do you want to make the move though? Do you want to be leading here? Rafa peeks outside. He's going to have DRS. Blanco's going to block him. Rafa keeps trying to go around the outside of Blanco. Maybe Rafa doesn't want to pass yet. It is. But Jacob, people just love and our open wheel so much. Well, there's Rafa looking to the inside. He's going to make a move. White flag, 1 to go. And Rafa Hen's going around. Rafa Hen is taking the lead. Final lap. It's a 1v1. Blanco's going to have the DRS open here. He's already got the wing open. Already jumps to the inside. And he's going to get around on the straight. So that's Blanco back out front. That's Blanco in front still, going through the sphere section for the last time this season. Ah, no grip there for Rafa. He's trying hard to keep up. We're going to enter the back straight for the final time. 1 more DRS zone left. Rafa's half a second behind Blanco. Is he close enough to make a move? Using that slipstream, he's closing 2/10. DRS wing is open, looks to the outside. He's got to make a move this time. Make a move, Rafa. Don't go to the outside. Nah, Blanco does a good job covering it off. That might be it. I think that's it. Ah, Rafa's right there. But Blanco did a good job covering that DRS. Rafa takes the peek to the inside, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. There it is. Where'd that run come from? Rafa Hen is past Blanco. He did it. He's going to win. Rafa wins in the last turn. The last turn. That wasn't even a turn. The last straight. Where did that win come from?
Ferrari there, taking first place.
That was incredible. They were through the last. There was no DRS.
There'll be celebrations tonight after a performance like that. They've done themselves and the team proud.
Wow. 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 Have you ever? No, I have never. Rafa indeed did still have a shot. Holy cow. Guzman is in disbelief right now. He's speechless. I'd be speechless too. I thought
Sometimes I think you just
thought
have to
Blanco
accept
had it.
that it's not gonna be your race.
Blanco did exactly what he
That
needed to
was
do.
a
He covered
bitterly
off the DRS at the end.
disappointing retirement. The team certainly wouldn't have wanted their race to end this way.
Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling
covered
in
the
team
DRS at the
garage
end.
of that?
It's not
He
been
faked
the
that the
greatest
outside was
weekend.
open,
Both
and then he
drivers
covered the
need to
outside.
step
That's
up
what you
and
do to
show what
defend
they can
DRS
do.
on the straight.
the
And then
team
they
have
went to the
be
last
there
set of
to
corners,
support them.
and they got to the start-finish line straight, the pit lane straight.
Well, everyone, that's all from us here in Las Vegas.
Wow.
For the next round, the teams are traveling to the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve for the Canadian Grand Prix in Montreal.
Wow. That was insane. I think I got too loud there. It is 10:30 on the Eastern Shore. But holy cow, man. Blanco only losed out on 1 point to Rafa because he had the fastest lap. And I think he got pole too, didn't he? No, David Dawn had pole. No, Blanco had... No, Blanco started... Yeah, David Dawn went down too, so he had pole. So David had the point for pole. So, oh goodness. What a race. That was awesome. That was amazing. Here's the current standings. Rafa's in the lead by 1 ahead of... So Rafa's in the lead by 1 ahead of Blanco, who's ahead by 3 of David. And NR, the greatest driver of all time, is in 4th. Shin in 5th. Jacob is in 6th. Good job. He still got points there. River in 7th. Brown in 8th. Reed in 9th. And Paul Menard is in 10th. We move to the constructors. Guzman, Mercedes, is in 1st. Ferrari Dillon is in 2nd. Aston Martin in 3rd. Tyler in 4th. Backmarker in 5th. Seth Heyman in 6th. Oh, yeah, we can scroll down. Seth Heyman in 6th. Shy Turtle in 7th. Newis in 8th. Actually, Turtle and Newis are tied. 9th and 10th are the AI teams. And that will do it for us. Here's pit stops if you care about that. And that's going to do it here for us. Holy cow. That was awesome. That was a beautiful race. Beautiful race for a beautiful sport. I will see you guys